Hi everyone, Jill with Om Shanti Healing. In this video, I want to show you some quick techniques that you could do with a tennis ball for elbow, forearm, and wrist pain. I see this a lot in clients that are on a computer all day and they're using a mouse and they get overuse injuries that can cause them chronic pain. So all you need is a tennis ball and a doorway. Our first spot, we're going to go right to here. Okay, and we're going to have some movement with the wrist and push into that spot. So as you push in with the ball, you'll feel the spots in your body that are pretty sore and tight right here. Then we're going to go back here and we're going to get right above that bone here into this little indentation and get that ball right in there. And then we're going to work the wrist. So with this ball in pressure, once we get to that part, you'll be able to feel if your wrist is clicky, if it kind of gets stuck in it. I don't know if you can hear that, but mine clicks. There's 7 little tiny joints in the wrist and they all kind of slide around as you move your hand around. And when you have overuse injuries, those little joints can get pulled from tight muscles, and then you get the clicking and the feeling of kind of being stuck and that lack of range of motion. So the ball pushing into the wrist when we get to that part will help push those little joints back into place and release that tension in there. Okay, so grab your tennis ball. We're gonna go right into the doorway of whatever room, doesn't matter. Place the ball right here. So I want you to get into here's like the part, I don't know what this is called, but the part where the door pushes against that little part that sticks out. And the ball's gonna go right into that spot. Put the ball right into that little 90-degree angle there so it can be held there and won't slide. And then press the ball right below your elbow and kind of bend your elbow or bend your arm and lean into it, and you'll feel those parts that are tight and stuck and those parts that feel pretty sore. So you push and you lean, you just lean right in, and then either hold it without moving your wrist around, or when you're ready, just do some extension, and flexion with the wrist. And my wrist is clicking. Maybe you can hear it, maybe not. So there's some spots in here that you're definitely going to want to take some time and work on. Circles. So what this is going to do, this shortens that muscle group, this stretches that muscle group, and then this is kind of getting a little bit of cross fiber in there and getting it from other angles. Okay, you could do a little rotation with the whole forearm. And you might even get a little pop in the elbow as your bones realign themselves because the muscles are starting to relax. You go and you just push into there with as much pressure as you want. But this is a great one. Elbows are hard to get to on your own. It's just the most challenging area to reach in the front of your body, right? So this, I've learned over the years of trying this and it working, that it really gets deep in there and it helps to kind of separate all those forearm muscles where they come up and meet at your elbow joint. They all get kind of stuck together with repetitive movement use and injury. Okay, so now the next one, we're gonna go right here. So you can feel as you poke around, the bone of your lower arm stops right there. That's the top of it, and then there's a little indentation right there. So that's gonna get your tricep muscles. So you're gonna lean into it. So I'm putting my upper arm right up against my body and lining myself up. You see my bottom hand is holding the ball in place till I get my angle right. Press your upper arm into your body and lean, and you'll find your spots. And then from there, we want to extend from the elbow to squeeze into those tricep muscles. Try to get all the way to straight if you can, and then bend again. And then try to get a nice deep bend. This is going to stretch back there. And then again, we stretch out and we squeeze back there. Okay. And when you're extended all the way out at your elbow, you can rotate from your elbow and you'll feel plenty in there, right where your triceps come down and come over your elbow joint. Gets really tight in there and sore for a lot of folks. Okay, so just rotation feels really good. That gets cross fiber right in there. Okay, so the next one is going to be for the wrist. So you're going to put that ball in the same spot. Line your wrist up, the back of the wrist, and then we're going to place the hand in just to hold everything steady and then push. And then from there, you're going to do some extension and flexion from the wrist. And you might want to rotate a little as you feel around for those spots that are sore. Angle yourself just right to get into those little nooks and crannies around your wrists that are tight. Okay, and you can hold pressure and just kind of be still like this if that feels good. Whatever works for you. Okay, and then you can go from anywhere between the wrist and the elbow, work your way all the way up through here, because you'll find, I mean, these are the ends of your forearm muscles here and here. Everywhere in between is going to be tight too. You might find that you want to work around here a little bit more, or you might want to work down here a little bit more. So that looks like this. Just same thing. Back of the arm, so I'm a little higher than my wrist. Back of the arm, push and lean into it. And then do some movements with the wrist. Okay. For more pressure, if you're feeling like you can lean into it, you can certainly do that. It just kind of depends on how much pressure you want right there. Okay. Work in all those areas. Wonderful. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.